this is a fight for qualification because Boom has qualified. There were some changes with ESL 1 Malaysia, and
they've already taken one of those qualifying spots.
Ooh,
this top lane, yeah, Natsumi's under the pump. Q's gotta be... Oh, Q gets the kill, actually. The Marcy had enough right-click damage. Q might be in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have a point in the rebound, so just gonna try and do as much damage as he can.
And overall, looking like a very even start for both sides. Q in trouble, though.
And once again, he's going to try and get KP in range for the rebound, but another kill for Natsumi to find, so...
A great ride for Natsumi so far. Somehow Savage is still finding a lot more out from his lane. You know, not finding as many kills himself, but he's gotten a lot of room down bot with all this movement.
Meanwhile, top lane with the familiars, AU in a bit of trouble. That's that extra damage. Certainly a little bit with the 1 point in the sidekick. It will come at a cost in Q. So 1-for-1 to trade, expending the life of the supports. That's really nice now to just further enable 23 Savage's game. Just opening up the map for him to get some more net worth. Makoto might be able to get a kill. He's out of mana. Slides up in a couple of seconds. We'll see if the damage is going to be enough. Makoto still considering to chase. He's got a mana. Makoto! What's going on? KP, smoke's gonna pop. They'll toss him Lelouch. He does have the Snapfire nearby if Hyde's gonna be able to step in to get the cookie over the tree line, but Polaris will make sure they get the kill.
Well, not the biggest kill. It's still a good core to pick up. And that should allow them to maybe get a little bit more control. Q! Lane tag with Natsumi. Just gets taken away.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage!
Ooh. Yeah, doesn't feel like a great fight for Talon to take. You mentioned it earlier, but again, they lack team fight in Talon's end.
First Roche is easier though, because you don't have that extra ag shard as well, which could be, I mean, it's plus 1400 gold, and it can be an incredible ability to help out. You're actually going to look to take the fight. Exo being on cooldown for Polaris, they're putting a lot of their attention to Xavier's fort at the moment. Monomikis is not going to do the trick, so Xavier's is able to reposition. Talon, they do kind of force them away from the tower though, so they will be able to secure a pretty big objective, but AU is able to fly over the cliff, finds the Winter's Curse. The cookie will not be enough to reposition. Xavius, he's trying to get the +1. The toss is there if he can close the distance onto Hyde, but he will not be able to make it fast enough. Beautiful read from either side. How can they enter the fight? Lelouch is a big kill if they can find it. Lotus Orb with the burst. Pretty heavy at the moment, half health to play with. They're going to make sure they don't group up. AU's in with the Winter's Curse, but Lelouch is still in trouble for the moment. Able to reposition into the river. They've kept the Death Prophet alive, and now they're going to turn their objective over to Savage, but the Morphling able to waveform down to the south. Savage going to consider about jumping back into the middle. He's got the Winter Wyvern Replicate to play with, so right-clicking from afar secures the kill onto the support, but look at Polaris swarming into Talon's territory. They want to hit back. They want another kill, but Xavius will not be able to catch up.
You have to rely on the Ember. You have to have some impact on the Visage. Not quite there yet. And they might find AU at least.
Get a support out of her. Is gonna, they're at least able to get a trade across the map though on Polaris. T2 tower. Oh, smoke on smoke. Winter Wyvern's down, so they don't have him to be able to protect the Death Prophet. They're in with the combo! And Lelouch is gone. Still, they've got to be cautious. Savage, he gets chain controlled as well. Savage, along with Lelouch, not a factor in the team fights from either side, but it looks like Natsumi, he can clean up. Chasing down KP, they'll get rid of the Visage, and Xavius, he's going to try and catch up for more talent. 3 heroes playing around with a higher gun. In goes Xavius to break the formation, tossing Hyde back into Natsumi's grasping hands. Look at him go. He's posturing like, come on, Makoto, get out of the way. This is my territory now.
And you are starting to see that mid-game strength that we talked about. Doug's fully online, has Scotty although.
Can he stay alive for long enough? The rest of the team's starting to connect, but it's a question of the control now. It might be enough. Oh my! They're not going to be durable for long. KP's trying to scout out with the familiars to see the positioning from the supports. What's the call? Roche is falling fast. You're going to need a way to be able to start the fight. Xavier tries to blink in, scouting some of the heroes out. They're very split for the moment. Look at the curse. Not a lot of damage, but it's really just space. That's the main thing. Savage trying to play around with the Winter Wyvern replicate. Meanwhile, KP's going down, and Talon, they're just looking to retreat. They cannot stick around to take this fight. They'll lose KP. Q's going to be killed off as well. So Polaris, with this second roast, they're in the driver's seat to be able to close out this game now. Can't take the fight head on. Not into Natsumi. Winter Wyvern of the Death Prophet, you've got to get rid of them. But you've lost the ward now. And look at this, the read, they know exactly where Talon are playing. They're going to lose another ward, so how do you take the fights without information? Snapfire's in trouble. Meanwhile, Natsumi off to the left side. A first hit bash. Morphling will be okay, but cannot say the same about Hyde, and that's the gem dropped as well. Xavius. Oh, the toss on the bird. What? Mikoto? Can they chain control him after back?
Oh,
what's going on? Natsumi, these bashes is getting so goddamn lucky. It'll force out a BKB, a buyback as well. Savage is going to try and charge in, but the Raw, now with the Omni Slash, the damage might be enough. Savage is gone. No buyback on the Morphling. The cheese to drop the Polaris. Alrighty, what a game one performance. They're going to take this 36 minutes in. What a beautiful game from Dyer. For our second game here for the deciding series.
The Doom is off to a much slower start. Like, he's barely above Q on the Tiny in terms of CS. And he's already used up his self, so another opportunity for Savage to just run down here.
Finally, should have our first blood 5 minutes into the game. Force is going to make him work for it, but Savage, you've secured bottom with how well that lane has gone. So you're going to look to play with Mikoto now that he has the level 6, but they're pretty deep. So the rotations coming up to the T2 tower will not be enough to keep Lelouch alive. A beautiful move from Talon, securing multiple lanes. And now they're going to get the toss back out of the T2 tower, though. Hyde, oh, the Nature's Attendance level 2. It's going to be enough to give him that health to keep his life. So, do you feel like this is kind of the play for them? Hold that thought. Bottom lane, Savage. First Doom of the game. Combined with the Marcy, there's going to be easy pickings for Polaris and a much-needed kill as well. With all the pressure they've been able to put on mid, along with bottom just shutting down Force, but with that kill is at least able to get some injection of gold into them.
So still managing to build up. The lead Lelouch has just doesn't feel like it's big enough, KP.
Oh, he missed the spear. Nice sidestepping out. They've gone way too far. They're going to have to look to Delta split. KP into the tree line. They're even going to drop a ward for this. All right, putting a lot of emphasis to try and get the kill onto KP. He'll really make him work for it. I reckon there's zero chance KP makes it up. He's going to be pretty crafty with his Quelling Blade jukes through the trees. No way. I said 0%. Surely not. Okay, they just get him. Xavius, the nick of time with the stun. So much space is being created, though. They're trying to hunt down Natsumi by the secret shop. Mikoto's going to go in for the combo. Hyde soon to be able to connect as well. Let's see if the burst is going to be enough to get the kill. And look at tip him, KP. No, come on. That is a prime opportunity to give a tip over to Polaris.
Well, it's not as easy for them to just hammer into a target. It feels like they'll depend on Talon misplaying KP.
He's going to be in some trouble. Lelouch TPing in aggressively with Natsumi's position. Is going to be forced to use the arena defensively, but the Solar Bind makes sure that movement speed is not enough to disengage. But Mikoto!
What?
Oh, not enough. He's going to tick out of the Spirit Vessel. But still, the damage onto Natsumi might be enough. The reinforcements are showing up, but Q just off the mark to get the combo. Now Natsumi, he's looking to go back in. Pumping the damage onto the tiniest Polaris. They'll get 2 kills up top. To see them be a little bit more aggressive, but this is exactly what Polaris want. Just that slow game where Force is able to find his farm, but they might run into Mikoto. A double damage rune, smoking down to their ward at the bottom side of the map, so a beautiful move from Talon. Their lanes aren't in the greatest position to get aggressive. In fact, it's Polaris that's going to be the team to smoke. Force jumps on forward. There we go. The blink reveal. Q's going to be able to hold back the Doom. KP's inside with the arena as well, but the damage is dealt. They'll get rid of the Void Spirit out of the team fight, but can they turn this back around on Talon? Taking it by their tier 1 tower. Savage is going to show up as well, but without the BKB, he cannot charge into the middle. As Talon, 3 heroes pop just like that, and now Xavius, he's even going to turn his attention over to Hyde. The Enchantress with the Untouchable is not enough to hold them back as Polaris find a 4-for-1 and the tier 1 tower.
And that's just your primary Doom target. You don't care about that Bloodseeker running around. You've got the Vessel to deal with him. He does have a BKB on Savage, though.
Should be killing to Xavius. Help me, team. Don't let me die. Not like this. Alright, fine. I'm just a measly support. Not the worst.
Scanning.
Need to scout them out. It's going to be Hyde, the one in the front line. Force is always ready to find the jump. So smoke pops. Force is going to blink away, but Xavius goes in instead. Targeting down the Tiny. They've got the Rock to be able to counter-initiate, so Q should be the first hero to be killed off. Down to the south, though. Rupture expended, but the Doom as well. So the Bloodseeker should be able to reposition thanks to his ultimate holding back Polaris. Kodo. Cautious, my friend. If they see him, they see him!
Oh, no.
Oh, they're in with the first stun, but where's the second and where's the follow-up? Makoto is actually going to jump in, but the War Stomp holds him in. Makoto's in trouble. He might take out. They need the Fatal Bonds damage from someone else, and they'll get it. Polaris bring down Makoto. They can now turn their attention over to KP. Mars is out of the fight, jumping over towards Q as well as Polaris. They have got all the momentum in this second game and in this series. 7,000 net worth lead. Q is not nearby on the Tiny. So if a team fight does break out, they won't have the 5-man for it. Smoke's gonna pop KP. That's the target. That's all their team fight control. KP. Oh, he's gonna melt. An easy kill for Natsumi. A freebie. And now they can move inside the pit 40 seconds without the offlaner.
No threat of a fight for...
They see Savage! Great BKP reactions, but Force is still going to drop the ultimate regardless. The Radiant, they need to react. Savage, you can't let him go down like this. Rock is out, forced to reposition, but look at the Doom. He's locked onto his target. Same with Xavius. They'll hunt him down, and they'll turn to Hyde next as well. Azarian dragged back into his death. As Talon, they just cannot get a grasp in this second game. Lelouch 5-1-9, top of the net worth. Really feel like we put a lot of emphasis on the other heroes from Polaris this game, but Lelouch has had a very stable second game. And Xavius? They might be able to blow up the... Oh, damn. Even Xavius doesn't die in the combo. Look off to the side. Makoto out of the equation. Savage is going to try and do it by himself. A BKB to charge down the supports, but they don't even get anyone. And Savage and KP, they'll both die hand in hand together. As at least they get a consolation prize off the side. Q finding AU, but it's not enough to call it a worthwhile fight. A lot of items soon to reveal. And a scan as well. Oh no, they see Hyde. And they also see Savage. Great reaction to the BKB. He's actually just going to look to TP up with the Rock. Oh, no. AU, the coach standing in. What an ultimate to be able to cancel Savage escaping. They'll get the +1 as well in Hyde.
Your time on display.
Talon clumping around her ward here, though.
This is... I don't know. Xavius is not an easy man to kill. Alright, they blow him up, but what cost does it come with? It looks like it's a grave one. Makoto's down. The trade. Is it worthwhile for Talon? Well aware of this maneuver. Backing up to their high ground. AU's a pretty big kill if they can get him. Glimmercape's gonna hold them back for the moment. Can he have an opportunity to pop the rock? The damage is coming through pretty fast, and there we go. Warlock's out, but meanwhile, they're going to be able to jump in with the Doom, controlling 23 Savage. They don't have the Bloodseeker to provide the damage, and now the rest of Polaris are just swarming to the remaining members. 4 are down. The sole survivor is going to be KP.
Into the mid-set of racks. They could easily flank onto the bot, maybe even just figure, you know, we've got a winning formula here. We're very far ahead. We could try gunning for those tier 4s if they wanted to. I still don't see Talon having any play. We'll go for the safe route. Savage, you don't even have that Rupture tossback that has netted them a couple of important kills.
Savage, he's going to show bottom as well, so they can take the team fight. They can just run up to the triangle. Xavius, he's a bit away from the team, though. They're going to be too late to connect. Natsumi's going to jump in to try and find the rebuttal. KP forced to drop a defensive arena so Makoto can reposition to the left side of the fight. Makoto, he's actually going to jump back in. They know that BKB's on cooldown for Natsumi. They'll turn it back around with the first rock. They've got the threat of the second, but there we go. Rupture into the spear push away. Chaos Knight's killed up, but oh, Savage stuck on the high ground because of the blinding light. There's Polaris. They'll swarm to his location, get the kill. And now they're even looking for an X1 to find Mikoto. Be able to path his way down to the river next to Hyde, so they'll be okay.
Yeah, which just protects him really well. They are relying
Mikoto?
on the target control. They find
Look at the
Natsumi.
Hex. Hex onto Mikoto, the damage fall-off and the stun control. They're going to bounce him to the left side. He tries to steal the Aegis, but Mikoto playing without Astral Sep charges now. So able to reposition down to the south, though. 23 Savage forced to stand his ground. But the Disposer is going to drag him away from Force's positioning. 4 down, soon to be a wipe as well at the front of the pit. Mikoto, he's got an ultimate up shortly, but AU will make sure that will not be enough to get him away. Or will it? Mikoto is running underneath the ward, but Polaris, they don't care.
They've got the Golem sitting away. Fortify is there to stall, but without Savage, again, the damage, it's just not flying through.
Natsumi.
Oh boy.
This Force, is it going to be enough to get any abilities off? The Glimmer. Oh, Mikoto just gets out. Going to be successful as well with Hyde. Savage is up in 30 seconds. Probably going to be up against Mega Creeps though.
He could still get recalled in. Not going to be a massive issue.
Avius. There's the jump. Focusing down Q at the moment. Gonna look to get rid of the Tiny to start the fight. Savage, he's still dead. He's unable to have the impact required to be able to maybe turn this fight around. Let's look at Natsumi. Even jumps on full with a finishing blow after the use of the arena. And his mind's all about the objectives now. They want to deal with the Megas. Force is back alive. Looking for the Doom target. He's just pump faking as well. Polaris, they know they're in this prime position. They'll get rid of... Hang on. That's a lot of AoE damage. Mikoto, they'll get a second. Savage as well. With the first movement speed, they're being able to kite Natsumi. He's got a second life to play with. Let's see how they're able to set up for this. Rocks on cooldown. It's just the supports on Polaris. They won't really be able to do too much here. Talon, can they get AU and Aether Remnant to cancel the TP? As Talon, they'll hold.
Talon, I mean, they're getting what they can off the map, off the back of those kills, but Lucius back with a vengeance.
And Savage is still here as well. Lincoln's actually going to pop the Doom. Force tries to get the second one off. He's going to be successful at doing so. But Savage, without a capability to refresh, Mikoto's going to look to jump in. But he's got to get out as soon as they bring down Savage. There's no way they can turn it around as Xavius gets the drag back. The ultimates are still on cooldown. They're going to be relying on the Chaos Bolt. But the Aeon Disc should be enough. Mikoto, in fact, goes to the north, and he's out with the TP.
They should be able to find a Megas unless Talon somehow finds the weirdest angle in the world.
Mikoto? Xavius? There's the buyback coming out of Savage. KP, that is an incredible arena, but where's the follow-up? Blood Riot's going to get layered down. The rock will hold them back to be able to jump in. Natsumi might be in a bit of trouble. They ruptured up the Chaos Knight. They've been able to control it for the moment. Savage is in. They get the double kill. Savage! Okay, they'll continue to hold this one out. The rupture damage they've been prioritizing onto Natsumi, as long as they can pop the Lincolns, that percent damage is a lot onto the Chaos Knight's health pool. And look at Davies, he's just looking to jump in, unleash with the BKB. KP? Again, KP! A 4-man arena, Makoto's in with the dissimulate some as well. Natsumi's falling low. They need the damage fall up, and Savage is just going to charge into the middle. Polaris! They've lost 3. Do they get any bashes?
Bash.
Bet they do! As Talon, another hold, get to the barracks, Operation Defend against the Megas. And they've done just that for not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row now.
Maybe force an issue by the pit. The pit could still be in good area for Talon, but
this is a really good ward they can play with.
It's not tight.
This is a really good ward they can play with. They're in. Talon with a jump on Xavius. They're going to see the rest of Polaris retreating to the right side. KP gets the arena out. The Doom's going to be a little bit too late, so it will hold them back for the moment with the double rock KP. They have the sustain to keep the Mars alive, and Savage is going to charge in. A secondary kill. He might tick out, though, on KP. What do they have to keep him alive? Hyde? They're going to keep him alive? Oh, my lord. Wait, this ward's going to see Lelouch. Q's trying to catch up. Q does. BKB's on cooldown still. Wait,
what's happening?
What's going on?
What?
A first toss. Makoto's got the follow-up. They just stood still. Q is playing with his food and they get him still.
What's happening?
This is a location they can take a fight in. Talon probably are not expecting a ward to be set up there. Oh, Force. The Remnant, it's not going to be enough though. Xavier's can close the distance. They need to TP into the outpost. Aeon just going to buy him a little bit of time. Hyde's going to be in, but regardless, the sustain will not matter. Makoto's down. Can they capitalize on this opportunity to get any rebuttal kills? And they should be able to onto the Enchantress. Wait, meanwhile, we're Savage! We're Savage! Savage! No, not like this! The team's away. You can't be making multiple plays at the same time. AU? Oh, okay, they see KP. KP, there's the jump. They popped the Lincoln. Natsumi with the follow-up. That's a big kill. KP's been all their team fight.
No
and he doesn't have a buyback. He bought out for the Lincolns. They also forced the buyback out of 23 Savage. Meanwhile, the Rupture controlling the Chaos Knight for the moment. They're going to try and look to get the toss back. Makoto's in with the damage. Natsumi, they should be able to secure the kill, but can they keep the barracks alive? Savage turns back around, gets rid of Xavier's, gets rid of the Golem as well. So Talon, they will hold, but the throne's exposed. They need to deal with the creeps.
Let's see if that's going to be enough to handle here.
He's looking for the toss. They get the Chaos Knight. He just bought back!
No.
Natsumi, you just bought back, sir! You cannot die! They're gonna try and give them the bonus health. Q gets a toss away, but that's enough! A dieback on Natsumi! Operation Protect Savage, and they'll secure that as well! Turn towards the Mega Creeps, but they won't even be able to get that! As Polaris just mindlessly jumping inside the base, but they'll get no kills, nor any objectives! A Remnant dissimulates done finally! They at least get the tiny, but that's not the worthwhile kill they were hoping for.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh boy. Hyde's got a Deso. They might be all in for it. They want to force a BKB on Lelouch. That's really important for the Coddle to be able to position, but he might not have the opportunity. AU to the side with the Glimmer kept the chain control coming through from the Refresher. Talon, look at the space they're making. One tier 4 down. Second exposed as well, but Makoto is just holding them back, almost solo killing the Coddle. KP again. Oh no. Arena's out. T4's are down. Through and exposed. This is one of the best comebacks I have ever seen as Talon. Oh, we are going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Talon will tie up this series. 59 minutes in, Daddy Gaben said there was no opportunity. 0%. No chance for them to come back, but Talon prove it to be otherwise. Potentially the momentum. Click. Oh boy. Claiming the wave, bottom lane. They are diving Xavier's. Force trying to rely on the body blocks to get Xavier's out of harm's way. They might just turn to Force instead. 4 quill stacks. T2 tower, is it enough of a deterrent? It looks like it will be. Hang on, Xavier's, what is going on? They are playing with fire. Can he get in range for the quill? Savage does just close the distances. Telekinesis Xavier's a little bit closer. Meanwhile, top lane, Lelouch with the rotation, drops the boat, but KP, he's playing with the Spirit's Eye for the moment to get himself back to a respectable health pool. Gotta be cautious about the Shadow Poison as well. Can they get a 5th sack to bring down KP? Oh, they do! AU, that is huge! Oh man, what's not supposed to tickle him like that? Savage is going back in? Oh, what's going on? Top lane as well. Makoto with the rotation. We'll keep tabs back on bottom though as Lelouch is trying to catch out Savage. They need the banishment to allow Lelouch to close the distance. Maybe the throw actually can slow him down. And there we go. Lelouch is out with the combo. They get the magic damage required to bring down 23 Savage. Natsumi might be in trouble. Look at the ward they're playing with. Plays previously from high. It's going to be able to catch out Natsumi farming in the jungle. And now they might consider linking this into the tier 1 tower as well. Let's see how they can play with the EXO. KP's just going to run aggressively under the tower. They've got the control to lock him in. Let's see if they have to burst as well. Xavier's, no, the Cogs gets the push back, but the toss still to close the distance. And in the end, KP will go down. Mid lane. Lelouch, they've charged up the EXO on KP. Lelouch will be playing with the run buff that it did get stolen on Q. The Remnant drag back into the boat and the telekinesis. Oh, Mr. Q. Beautiful spell casting. And meanwhile, at the triangle, Hyde, he's looking for a solo kill into AU, but now with the illusions out, they can tank the battery assault.
It's kind of playing top. They want to catch out Mikoto.
Black Hole's out from Force. Xavier's gonna make sure he holds the toss to the last second. The damage should took him out with the poison. They need one more stack. No way he dodges out into the TP. Where's the vision? No way!
Without the black hole, it does feel like you're not able to threaten, you're not able to stop this clump up here.
Xavier's. Nice toss back. Under the tier 4 tower he goes as well. Lelouch's got the boat. A BKB still yet to be complete. They're going to drag him further back on Polaris. Beautiful recognition of how they can try and deal with Savage deep inside the base. They stole the boat. The run buff might come out a little bit too late. We see how tanky Savage is at the moment. Makoto is he with the combo. The double damage rune as well. He'll get the tiny, but still they do lose out on the Bristleback and a Talon. They are way too deep. They need to retreat as a team, but they might not have this capability. A BKB TP out on KP. Q's going to look for his own as well, but well, he won't even try it. In fact, he knows he'll be cancelled in his tracks as Polaris. Talon moving over. Makoto looking to hold Heroes back until the rest of the team's able to show up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They've also run into force down bottom. Xavier's going to be in. Hang on, you cannot kill KP. Gonna try and TP up, but Q's nearby to be able to cancel that. It'll be an easy kill onto the Tiny. They're also looking for more as well into the lane. They will not have anyone else to be able to close the distance though. It's the call. Polaris. You have the Tiny back alive. How do you try and take this engagement? Makoto just completed the Scepter as well. Well, at least he's not level 25 yet on Savage, but yeah, plus 526 damage. Nothing wrong. Oh, there we go. That's a big target, but the toss onto the T4 towers. They might be able to get the first life. Savage, he's going to go down because the rest of Talon, they're going to try and deal with AU. Someone needs to go back to protect Savage. The black hole's out. Stolen from Q, but Rubik, he's trying to get into the middle of the fight. Oh. There we go. The stolen black hole. On to 2 as Q's done it. He's able to protect 23 Savage. They're swarming towards Xavier's location as the tips are well deserved. Q gives him an opportunity to take this team fight. What a player!
To the mid set of racks, but with no buybacks, one little team fight is all it's going to take here.
They'll get whatever they can get. Tiny just brought back. AU on the side. They're going to get the Shadow Demon as well. Makoto with the double silence. Rocket Flare to see the Shadow Demon's positioning.
They've got ample time. No toss back. That's what Polaris has been playing around with to secure those kills onto Savage. He's got the opening to just go for the full mega creeps. One last rack standing bot. Reminiscent of game 2. Smoke out for Polaris here though.
Natsumi. Makoto's going to get the initiation first. They're trying to target on Savage, but this Bristleback is unkillable. As Savage wants blood. Behind the throne they go. They'll double back to deal with the Conquer. Lelouch is out. Down for the count. 100 seconds. That's a dieback. And back towards the objectives as Talon. And they've done it.